Hi, this is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the 14th Annual B. Riley & Company Investor Conference here in Santa Monica, California. I have with me Mike Pruitt of Chanticleer, symbol HOTR. It's a publicly traded company. Welcome to SNNLive.
Shelley, thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
So how did you get a symbol like HOTR, hot R?
Well, as we like to say, it stands for Hooters. Chanticleer is part owner of the Hooters restaurant brand, and also we're an international franchisee for Hooters in the countries of South Africa, Brazil, Australia, and in parts of Europe.
So that's pretty cool, actually, because I'll just tell you a little story. After we won the Little League championship, I took my kids to Hooters, and everybody, all the kids were real happy about it. I'll tell you that much.
Well, I appreciate you coming. And what I found since I've been involved with Hooters now since 2006, it is an amazing brand. And it's a brand that this year on October the 4th will celebrate our 30th anniversary. So that is something we're proud of and feel very fortunate that we're participating in the next 30 years of success, especially in the emerging markets that we're in.
So for those who don't know Hooters, give us a little bit of an overview of what the company does, its business model, and its success formula.
Well, Hooters is about happiness. We've been, that's been our motto for 30 years, that we bring happiness. And as Mr. Brooks, the founder of Hooters, who was a dear friend who passed away, used to say that it's a very basic concept. Good food, cold beer, sports, and pretty girls never go out of style. And 30 years later, we're still there.
Brooks, he knew what he was talking about.
He was a great entrepreneur, and I feel very fortunate to have called him friend.
Well, you see Hooters just about everywhere. It's like a strip mall place that, you can find it driving off the freeway. I mean, in New York City on 56th Street between 8th Avenue, around the corner from Radio City, is Hooters.
And we feel very fortunate. Actually, we're building one of the biggest Hooters right across from Madison Square Garden that we're hoping will be the place that we celebrate our 30th anniversary in October, as well as, there's 428 of them worldwide, and we're in 28 countries. Not obviously, Chanticleer was participating in 4 of those, but we're in 28 countries today.
So where do you see the growth? I mean, obviously South Africa's got to be an up-and-coming country, and so what? Brazil, I mean, right?
Right. So we see, obviously, in our markets, we've picked them because we see that growth opportunity. In South Africa, we have 4 stores today. We anticipate having a 5th this year, and we think the market there is easily 20 stores. Brazil, we're hoping to open our first store this year, and we see that market easily could be 40 stores. So Brazil is one of the great opportunities, we think, for the Hooters brand. But we're also excited about Europe. I mean, whether it's the UK, Poland, or in Budapest, where we currently have a location, we think all those markets are ripe for the brand to grow over the next 20, 25 years. And then let's not forget Australia, where we have 1 store. That store is a very successful store. Our partner there has 2 already. All of them are successful, and so we think that market easily is 15. And we've announced recently our next location will be in Townsville, Australia, and that's under construction today.
So let's get into the category of where you stand. Who's your competition?
Well, obviously in the U.S. there's plenty of competition. It's a very competitive marketplace, but we're very comfortable in our position, and we are enhancing that position here domestically. But internationally, luckily, we haven't seen any competition. Before we enter the market, it's one of the things that we do in our due diligence is look at, one, what other successful American concepts are there? And in a lot of these markets, whether it's Domino's Pizza, Burger King, McDonald's, or KFC, they've been success. But we haven't seen it in the casual dining space. And so we have not run across anything like Hooters. For example, in Budapest, the closest competitor we can find had 8 televisions. We opened with 53 televisions on a 7,600 square foot unit, including the first of its kind, which was an 80-inch television that we put in our main lobby. So, we're very excited, and we're bringing that American sports bar experience, around the world.
So if you had a message that you wanted to give to an investor audience, how would you give, what would be your one message to them?
Well, if you're a fan of the Hooters brand, today the only way, the opportunity to invest in that is through Chanticleer Holdings, traded on NASDAQ under the symbol HOTR. And if you're a believer in the emerging markets is where the opportunity is going to come for most successful U.S. companies, then I think Chanticleer gives you that opportunity and to play the emerging markets.
You know, I've seen you come a long way, and I know you have a terrific future, and I thank you for coming on to SNNLive.
And I thank you for having me, Shelley, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Pruitt, Chanticleer, HOTR. That is the publicly traded symbol. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive. We're at the 14th Annual B. Riley & Company Investor Conference right here in lovely Santa Monica, California. Thanks again for coming on.
Thanks again for having me.